welcome to...
Actor Soiree!
Yes, we did it. That's called
That's an
listening.
intro.
That's listening
It's
and
listening
acting.
and reacting.
That's what they call it.
I picked up my cue and delivered my line.
I am Chip Dipson.
I'm Shelley Park.
And
Hi.
we are soireeing for you for the pleasure of the viewing audience. We are two people. One actor, one consumer.
Yes. If you haven't guessed, I'm the actor. With the waving and the hi.
If you haven't guessed, I'm a dirty consumer.
Dirty.
Yeah, I think in the art, if you're making an art, it's disgusting and dirty.
Okay.
You know, consumption it's sort of like an element of the consumption world. The way we express it, us consumers,
dirty,
is like a self-loathing. We always try to degrade ourselves so that we don't feel so bad for consuming so much.
Okay, I see where you're going with that.
We have a guilt associated with all the
without
consuming, making anything ourselves and just consuming all day.
Cheers to that.
We feel terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, oh, we're awful.
It's terrible what I do. But
it's
let's
just
talk about it on
a way
podcast.
To keep consuming, though. It's a way to like easily write off the bad feelings that we get from doing this, and then consume even more.
So he dirty consumes. Excuse me.
I dirty conceive too. That's.
And then we talk about these things that we are consuming, i.e., episodes of TV or movies.
Yes.
And then he is usually the one that picks a script.
Usually.
And I take my acting experience and I read said script as if I were auditioning for it. But I usually do it in 2 parts.
A fun little soiree. We usually play with it. It's a reading, so it's very casual.
Very cold reading. I usually have seen them minutes before.
Yeah, I try to surprise Shelley with what we've got going on. Do you haven't even heard of the show this week?
No.
I haven't heard of the show.
No idea what it is.
But it was in a big binder of parts that
apparently it's come across my table in one way, shape, or form.
But you've been acting so long now.
I have been doing it so long.
That these
Who's
things,
to say?
like, you don't remember half the stuff you've done.
Nope. Were there any notes on the
No, there weren't. No. This is one with no notes. I tried to choose one that looks
it was very clean.
Honestly, one of these I chose this piece is because I didn't like the writing.
Beautiful.
It's like, how do you work? Because I imagine you don't have any control, so you're just like, oh, I'm happy to have some part at all. Like, thank you, Mr. Director.
And then you read it and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I got to work with this. So it's not the worst in the world, but it's something meh. A show I don't think either of us have seen either.
No idea.
Which is another thing I'm excited about.
I can look it up, and I mean, should we look it up or should we just do?
No. I tried looking it up.
Hold the shit out of it.
What I found online did not look like the piece that I was reading from. What I found online, it was like a bunch of gruff-looking men. And seems like the lead is a woman in this piece, like named Grace. Yeah. So all the promotional material didn't feature a woman at all that I saw.
I'm going to rabbit hole this as soon as this is over and see if I can find it.
I have no idea where this is from.
If it came out of my binder, which he's not wrong, I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time, so I have auditions that go back.
Not too long though.
But in the
not so long that you're not in your prime anymore.
No. In the world of acting, it's not that long. But I have been doing this since I've been getting auditions, like paper auditions, for probably like 15-ish years now.
Oh, that long.
That's not to say I've been.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's a great amount of time.
Wow.
Anyway.
Anyways, if it was very clean and like no notes or anything like that, it may have just come through.
Yeah.
It just could have come through as an option that I read and was like, no, I don't want to do that.
One of the many you were doing that week, you know?
Especially if there were no notes on it. That means I did not
I'm
work
very happy you don't remember this.
No, I have no idea what this is.
Oh, another element of the show is we all have little drinks. It's part of the soiree. I'm hiding mine behind the water.
Usually a beverage.
What are we drinking today?
We're drinking tequila.
Yes, cheers. The soiree special.
We were gonna do scotch, like real adults. But there was just enough tequila to get us through this episode, so
And the whole element is we drink it when we feel like we need it.
Or when your partner says something degrading about you, like, wow, that's a long time.
Okay,
And
well,
you really feel your age.
I guess I got mine coming.
Take
My
a sip.
degrading moment hasn't come quite yet for me.
But it will.
Oh gosh. We've said what we're
Yep.
doing. We do this
That's what we're
show
doing.
where we read this script.
Yep.
And we try to act. We talk about our acting. On to my favorite segment. Have you seen any good acting this week?
Well,
this is one of the well-planned segments that we have.
Yes, I have. Not new though.
Mine is.
Anybody that watches this, if you guys have been around now, you'll realize that I am a very big proponent of rewatching. Sometimes I like to rewatch because I like a different take on it. Sometimes I'll watch a film or TV and I'm like listening to the writing, and then I'll watch the acting, or acting first and then bits and pieces later. Anyways, I'm a James Bond freak. Big fan.
See, this is you're talking about rewatching something. I think that's a bad idea. Like,
what?
Yeah, I think you should watch something once and just like, that's how real life is, right? Like, you can't relive a moment. You watch a show, you watch a movie, and you're kind of like, I feel like that's how acting is meant to be portrayed. Like, going back to the theater roots,
Yeah, but
you shouldn't be able to rewatch a movie and pick apart the acting again, pick apart the story. It's like, it should come at you, and like your ability to grapple with everything real time, you'll appreciate it that much more and be that much more present if you only
But what if
watch
it's so
once.
good you want to watch it again? Or what if like the acting
then
is,
you'll
what if
cherish those memories. Like, I mean, you're really kind of, it sort of cheapens the experience. My experience, I've ended up watching things more than once in my
say,
time.
do you have
like,
a
I'm
favorite
human.
film or a favorite TV? I'm not going to put you on the spot on what it is, but do you have one?
A favorite TV, the one in my home.
I set myself up for that one. Do you have a favorite television show or movie?
Gosh.
And you don't have to say what it is if you don't want to. I won't put that pressure. I don't like to put that pressure on anybody. But have you rewatched it?
I've rewatched a YouTube series more than one time. I've rewatched movies more than once. Like, yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure I've seen many times. Citizen Kane I watch on loop to get as cultured as possible. Like,
to get as cultured as possible.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good, healthy thing to do. No,
okay.
I rewatch things.
All right. Well, you're a sociopath.
I don't want to rewatch things, but like sometimes I'm in a sports bar and they've got, Field of Dreams playing on a TV.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh God, this is the third time I've seen it.
This is it. I gotta watch.
I'm like, I don't want to. I want to save the performance.
No.
I look away. Shawshank Redemption, yeah, great one. I've seen it twice, and I wish I didn't.
It's such an interesting take. As an actor, I want to do so well that people want to watch it all the time.
Yeah, I want to watch some of these things over and over again, but I stop myself.
But what if you take a different? We're tangenting a little bit
because then it's like, okay.
Well, like,
then
what if you get a different? What if you watch a movie? What if you watch like? Oh my God! Let me just think of like a quintessential film when we were children, not to age us, but say like Land Before Time.
Liam Neeson Before Time?
Land Before Time.
Okay.
Do you know? Have you seen Land Before Time?
I have seen that. Not for many years. I haven't seen it since I was a child. Thankfully.
But still, when you were a child, that movie is going to hit different than when you're watching it as an adult in some way, shape,
yeah, but those memories that I have of when I was a child of Land Before Time, I'm like, they hit differently too. I'm like, I reflect on those memories and I'm like, oh my gosh, what I think happened in Land Before Time when I saw it when I was 6 years old means something different now.
Fascinated by this. I'm fascinated, but
I'm surprised. I thought this is pretty like.
No, you're
everyone
a
knows about this stuff. Like,
no, you're insane.
Sociopath. I'm lying. Like, I don't think it's bad or wrong. I think it cheapens the art if you, in your own experience, if you watch it more than once. Is that so strange? Right below, like.
But I love that the one you have when you're like Bill and Ted's Excellent. Absolutely.
I've seen it more than once. Like.
Okay. All right.
It's one of my favorite movies. Like. And I was younger. I was naive. I was like, yeah, I'll watch this more than once. Like, maybe I'll enjoy it as much the second time. You know what? I cheapened it, and then I remembered the experience I had watching it the second time more than the first time, and the first time was better. I enjoyed it more
No,
the
but you,
first time,
it's
and
not
now
like
I
those.
remember. I'm like, oh, Bill and Ted's that movie that made me feel like it did the 47th time I watched it. It was terrible. Like,
But you, oh,
you see where I'm coming from.
I do, but like it's not, your memories don't go. I do. I'm not. I don't. Validated. Absolutely. I don't want you to make. I don't want you to feel like I'm not validating your opinions. I'm just blown away by them, and I really want to dig into this. You guys don't
I
want
don't
to.
think it's as
That's
exciting
fine.
as you're making it out to be. I mean, it's like if my
I'm
partner was like, "Let's watch
fascinated.
this movie that you've already seen and I haven't seen or whatever," or I just want to watch it. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll watch it." Like, I don't want to, say no. I'm not gonna watch this thing with you. Like, but inside I'll hurt a little. I'll be like, I've got to watch it again. Just the look you're giving me, I feel like it's like I'm telling you I buried a child in my backyard or something, or like
I
in the
just,
parking lot.
well,
Like,
no, then I'd be on the phone. I'm just fascinated in person right now. All's that to say, we're gonna come back to that outside
we're
of this
doing a
podcast,
break for a
unless you
commercial
guys
break
really
and
want
like
to. Yeah,
you choke me out and kill me. Like,
no, I'm not gonna do that. I just have so many questions. I have so many follow-ups. So
this
I
is
was
why we started to
rewatching. Yeah,
approach. Do we talk about the art we're doing?
yeah. Let us
And
know if you're also one that only likes to watch one movie. Well, my uncle would only read a book once, and he never reread any books.
I would never read a book. Yeah.
What? I'm not
Books
surprised now that
especially
I
just
know.
because like reading is more, it's harder to do. So
Well, yeah, I get that.
for different reasons.
Yeah. Okay. So I was rewatching the latest James Bond. I've watched it many a times. I went and saw it in theater for the premiere, all that jazz. Have the same feelings. I start crying right off the get, like whatever. But the reason I rewatched is because it's on streaming. I don't know if I already mentioned that. And part of this is biased because I am such a big fan of James Bonds. There have been some awful James Bonds.
We were talking about this a couple days ago.
There have been some awful James Bonds. There have been not great movies with great actors in it. You
like the latest one, right? Like Bryan Cranston, or what's his name? Brian Dennehy? I can't remember the guy's name. I've only seen the movie once. Like, it's hard to remember. Like the credits go by, I'm like,
Daniel
Craig. There we go.
But I desperately hope that you put in an edit of Bryan Cranston and Daniel Craig right here. Hilarious. He's phenomenal in it. The French actress, who I'm not even going to try to ruin her name, we can throw it up right here and even say it.
Léa Seydoux.
She's amazing.
I'll remember. I'm gonna do that. Like, it's totally gonna be who we're talking about. Like who you mean for it to be. It's right there.
But it's such very, 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 very good acting. He was gonna be done. Daniel Craig was gonna be done doing James Bonds. They talked him into coming back to do one more, with the contingency that his character is in some way no longer accurate.
He wanted to say no for the last one.
He did say no. He said no for quite a while.
How much, how'd they convince him? How much did it take to convince him?
I don't know that it was necessarily like, I guess there was money involved, but the thing was he did a lot of his own stunt work and everything. There was like, I mean, it fucking took a physical toll on him to do
So he was like, yeah, physically I want to do this, so
but he also was like, I'll come back, but the character, he's like, this is the last one, and my character is retired, like his James Bond, because it's not, James Bond is not a world where it's like, it's kind of like what is it, Doctor Who, where the Doctor Who's are kind of always different.
I mean, it's been going on so long. Exactly. It's like literally his 007 number has just been given a different agent.
So it's basically his is going to be retired somehow.
Isn't that a system like
it was just
007 great. Like wouldn't that code at this point, they've been using it so long, and
they used it literally for two people in the same, like there was, because technically in the last movie,
I'm just saying, like, as a code, isn't that pretty crackable?
Well,
like that's, they've been, okay, 007's here, it's probably that 007 guy, like
could be that one
of the agents,
in this film, it was
that particular agent. They wouldn't like randomize the number, give him a different name each time.
Well, every agent, so the 00 is just indicative that they have a license to kill, but there's a different agent that has a different number.
So number 7's coming.
Number
it's even easier to figure out than
the biggest thing is like, oh, there's a 00 something on the way. Well, I'm about to die. But anyways, it's a phenomenal film. I forgot to turn my phone off. Sorry about that.
No, those are just wind chimes. Like, that's just we're in ambiance right now. It's very lovely.
You can hear them from outside. The acting's fantastic in it. The stunt coordination, Rami Malek is in it. He plays the villain. He is such a, as he does very well, quiet villain. Like, it's just,
I would love to.
It's great. It's great.
Well, I'd love to try to do something on this where we have like a quiet performance. When our space is done going through its construction, we will be able to refigure everything. We'll have a whole like. I would love for us to like have a performance where like we have a different setup and we walk over to that setup and we do like we can be standing. Maybe we have a prop like I've got a squirt bottle or something.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Whatever the scene calls for.
Yeah.
Arcade,
no, it's really it's a great. That's my acting. That I mean,
because then we can do like a little more body acting. Right now it's
and like the slight. It's like in my favorite thing to watch is the stillness, which says a lot without saying anything, which is one of my favorite things to do in acting.
Yeah, keeping your face like, I got to just twitch this one muscle. Like,
tiny little
microaggressions like, you give.
Like tiny little, it's not even a blink. It's just a little twitch of the eye or like just little micro tells are beautiful if an actor can do it.
I mean, that kind of control over your face is impressive to see,
I don't know so much. I mean, there is control about it, but it's actually more, in my opinion, it's more of having the willingness to not have to. You have to be okay with not having to. You don't have to say anything. Like I just imagine, because I'm feeling a certain way doesn't have to be like I'm angry at you or I'm mad at you and here's why, or like I don't have to be angry and saying something. I can be angry at you and not say a fucking thing, but you can know it.
When you get into a place that you're in this role, and we have the cat. I don't know. There's a cat every episode.
Dave says
like,
hi. There's a cat every episode.
There's like 17 cats in this house.
Yeah, David says hi.
In the studio, excuse me. When you get in this space where you're acting out someone who's, you're very deep in a role, essentially. I imagine you go into a place where you're not necessarily making conscious decisions anymore. You're just sort of
and hopefully that's
you sort of put yourself in a mindset. How would you? And then when you do these things, it's almost like you have to interpret your own actions. Why did I do these things, and come to that realization after the fact?
Kind of. That's like when I've talked about it before on earlier shows where like you just kind of go into this space, and then I know in one episode we talked about like I was like, oh, I learned something about me. There is always like you have to know that. You obviously you have to know your lines and stuff like that, but there are times where you just get really fucking into it, and then next thing you know, like I call it like I black out. There's sometimes even in class where I'll go up for an audition or I'll do a scene or I've been on set where I get really into something and I come out and they're like, "How was it?" I'm like, "I have no fucking clue. I don't know what I just did." But the director's about to tell me it was good or not.
She wouldn't do this show unless she said there was some tequila on set. That's all I'm saying. That's like every time. This is what I hear about your acting, by the way.
There's like, blackout every time.
One of the conditions for your
a bottle of tequila that I have to chug.
Your contracts, man. Like
But a couple. There's other actors that I have class with and I've worked with. They have the same. They're like, yeah, we have no idea what we just did in that room. But
I believe
it's not that we don't. It's not like a complete blackout where you don't know, but like. You get into that space where you're talking about like those micro little tells.
Yeah, it's like so much is going on.
I'm not going to know if I did that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I did that. That's one of the reasons I think I'd never really short of like an aggressive or egregious decline in how I look. I would never do Botox or anything like that because like when I get angry, this is here. Like, if this is gone, it's going to be so much harder to tell that I'm fucking angry at you.
I know a guy that
little
can
things like that.
Accentuate that, though, with the talks.
Good
like,
for them.
The way they use it, like, he's a real artist.
But yeah, there's things like that. Anyways, Rami Malek was really good at that.
Keep your mind open about that Botox. That's all I'm saying, That there's ways that, like, how do you think I got all this? How do you think I have, like, they make it so, like, you have, like, you give them a certain number of expressions you want. And they're like, we can make those expressions for you. Like, so whenever you put your face in a certain, you only get like a couple expressions though after you get enough.
So I get to go from just using a number 20 expressions that I naturally have to I get to pick 5.
You can use honestly as many as you want. I think they just you're stuck with those. You can't find new ones. Like you're stuck with those 21 expressions or something.
Sounds like a character build in a video game that
and
I
like
don't want.
Yeah, like but they're really. express. It's like your face more, or
Yeah, no,
when
you're
you
not
do it.
selling it for me.
If you ever change your mind,
If I ever change my mind, I know who
I
to
get a
come and
cut
ask
whenever
for.
they.
Okay.
I get a recommendation.
There it is. What about you? What any good acting that
I've
you've
got
seen
a lot.
lately?
I honestly like too much this week. I saw two things that made me stand out. I
I'm
was
so
like, I
excited.
was
Tell
noticed.
me.
I was like acting. One, I was like when I'm doing my wrestling, I the what.
Tell them what kind of wrestling.
I'm gonna zoom in
Because
on you
they're
going.
they
By the way,
because
that's the new thing. I'm like
I'm,
zooming in on people's
I
reactions to the
I
show.
think that they are probably very curious as to exactly what wrestling you're talking
Oh,
about.
jujitsu. Like
There
I
we
do a
go.
little something to stay in shape. I
It
don't
could
compete.
the
Like,
way you said it, you could be at North Hollywood Park.
well,
Just
okay. I'm
meeting a
just finding
rando.
people on the street and just say, "Come on, like."
Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle. Okay, so
But
you're
just
wrestling.
when I go there, I'm going against people that are much bigger than me, but also much smaller than me. So it's like I try to be polite, and when I wrestle someone smaller than me, I try to look like I was exhausted afterwards. Like I try to like put on a show for them. I do a little. Oh man, woo!
Oh my god! Do you do it well, or does everybody know you're being?
I like the thing. Well, you
you?
keep it. That's what I'm saying. That's where the performance comes
Okay.
in. That's what I'm saying. Like I think I did a good job this week. Like that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Oh, this is
man,
awesome.
I think I sold it. Like I didn't try like breathe too much, but I breathed enough so that the guy felt like he really gave me a run for my money.
And he didn't.
No. he was a small guy. Like very small, very new. It's not like, not even is their fault. Like they're good at jujitsu. I approach from the art angle, They know the moves. Who cares? Like I'm twice this guy's size. It's gonna be tough.
Oh, follow up.
that was one of the good actings I saw this week. My own.
Your own. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of nuance in that role.
What happens when this poor person thought that they were fucking killing it and they go up against somebody that's also, we'll just say similarly built in size to you, and they literally smash them into the ground?
I'm not going easy. I am a little like I'm not trying to like muscle this guy.
You're just trying to
They
make him
know
feel-
I'm doing that
okay.
a little. They know I'm going
Okay.
easy on him. I'm trying to make it seem like, they just winded me more than
Well,
they
kudos
did.
on your performance.
I'm very generous. I'm a very generous person. That's what I'm trying to say.
I desperately need to find out, and I don't think you're going to tell me when your jujitsu is, but now I want to go, and I just want to watch. So if I show up,
That's not every week, Like I said, sometimes I wrestle people who are bigger than me.
I
don't
also
need to
want
act
to see
then,
that.
That's just, they throw me around like a paper doll. Like,
yeah, if you just see me, if all of a sudden you're, what do they, is it a teacher, coach?
Coach.
Okay,
professor now because they're a black
professor.
belt. Yeah,
Okay, so
I can't call him coach
if
anymore.
your professor's like, hey, does anybody know that weird lady with her face pressed against the front window? It's me, and it's because I called your wife to find out when you were going to be there. Because I just need to see this now.
I am very tired generally too. So a lot of the time, if you can't tell when I'm actually tired versus like very, or fake tired, then I'm doing a good job, Anyway.
What other?
But the other thing I saw,
yeah.
This is another thing I want to talk about this week, but we might have to save it for next week. Was I was watching? You're gonna hate this too, because you always hate the ones the acting that I'm like, oh, we should do this. I was watching a guy do a rendition of an AI video that he saw.
Okay.
Where it's like
as a parody.
Or
like he was just doing it.
I think it was pretty parody-ish.
Okay.
But I liked the energy he brought. He kind of has. Gosh, I can't remember the name of the guy. I'll put it up here. But he's been around. He's been doing like his thing for a while. His whole thing is like, you may have seen him. He's always like crying and screaming in all his videos, and like he's always reacting to some terrible.
Oh, maybe jokes.
I'm not as familiar with the Shia LaBeouf. I know this random internet guy.
Okay.
Shia LaBeouf's roles.
It was a joke.
But he's just always crying, screaming, like overdoing it, kind of too much and all this stuff, which I kind of think it worked for this last piece. Normally, it's like
Was it a side by side?
It kind of makes me go, oof, that's kind of embarrassing. How could he degrade himself like that?
Oh wow.
But this time I was like, he nailed it. He kind of, it like redeemed all the other stuff he did too. That's why I'm bringing it up on the show.
Is it a side by side? Was he like doing it?
No, I think he may have wrote the script too. It's like a script inspired by AI, which is why, like a script inspired by those AI memes that are like, I'm a tomato, don't put me in the freezer or I'll lose my, like,
one of those.
yeah. Though that kind of, he has like, he's playing the berries that
he's
are
the
like,
tomato.
don't blend me after I'm frozen or whatever. Like,
where you said this was YouTube?
Instagram, I saw it, but
okay.
Who knows these days where he originally posted it.
So
I look that random guy up I posted. I even printed it out because I was like, well, since we're not doing the PSA thing in the ad, I figure maybe we each do a rendition of this. It's very quick.
We can.
Don't seem too excited. You don't want to do an AI script from a vertical? That was the other thing. I was even talking about vertical stuff. I was like, this is why I told her she wouldn't like it. I was like, that's the future. Don't you want to get work in this industry? This is our lives now. Like, so this podcast will be coming to you vertically soon. It's just going to be like half of our bodies down the middle because we can't fit the wide. It's just going to be this my right half, your left half. Yeah. And then the centerpiece is going to be the cup.
We need a whole segment.
I'm going to probably like play his thing because I don't know. I'm not
upset. Like if this guy's doing that, that's fine. That's a whole different thing than verticals. Verticals, I'm gonna have to open up the brown juice too.
I'm gonna need a brown juice after I do this rendition. This is like humor me. You're welcome to try after I try, man. Like, I think I might inspire you to give this a shot.
Look, I love to do any sort of work. I just might have opinions about it.
Okay. No, yeah, you don't have to. This is I printed this out for me because I don't think you want to degrade yourself to that level. I'm willing to. I'm not even going to give context. I'm just going to say this. This is a sentence I never thought I was going to say. Is banana and tomato the same scene? It's basically like.
Or is the banana
it cuts and he's just in a different costume. There's no like back and forth. It's just like.
And they're not sharing a scene. Banana is separate than tomato.
Like I don't have a costume change, so maybe I'll put like a little tomato above my head,
man,
a banana.
Wouldn't you shit yourself if I had like a banana outfit right now?
Gosh, I would. Do you have a banana outfit?
No, right now? I have a penguin onesie.
That doesn't work for this scene.
No,
unfortunately.
I bet they all still want to see.
I guess but it's such raw emotion though. Like even not pun not intended.
Fucking Chip's killing it today. I love it.
Oh yeah, I was in a bad mood before we started recording too. I guess that's what it takes.
Oh, it's fantastic. So what? I want to see you do both of these. I need to see both of. I think we all need to see both of these.
To me, it's one piece.
Are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna do this rendition here. Okay. Here we go. Get me out of here! The cold turns my skin brown and kills my sweetness. Someone help, please! I belong in a fruit bowl. I'm freezing. The cold destroys my aroma flavor. Take me out of here before it's too late. I'm begging you, please. Why did you wash me? The moisture is making me moldy already. Only wash me before you eat me. I've got nothing left.
How does one top that? I'm not gonna try.
I think I did great, man.
I think you did.
I think I knocked it out of the park. Like
I think you did. I'm not gonna touch that.
I just wanted to share that with the audience. You know,
so
if
you're coming in on what you just saw, many people have seen these AI videos on the socials, for lack of a better. I hate saying that on social media.
If you're just joining us now, they just like go.
Seriously,
like we're a radio show.
Yeah. So you see all those videos of like the fruits and the
And
like
you gotta
the AI
set up
videos.
like we're a podcast, like,
and it's like the bananas just like don't put me here, or tomatoes like don't put me on the fridge, I rot faster, and they're like don't freeze this, whatever.
I'll give
That's
some
what
context.
he just did. But like
you
so
don't you don't have to defend me.
I'm not defending
my performance. I think it speaks for itself.
What did the guy do that you said that you were so enamored by? Was he?
I'll show you after. I'll show.
Okay,
well, he was sweaty. He was he was wearing a tomato and a banana outfit. I thought he was doing his signature move. Let me put it that way.
I have no notes.
Amazing.
I think you definitely.
That's kind of what I like to hear.
You definitely stretched it. You went for it. I think worst case scenario, if you were in a room, the casting director might tell you to walk it back a little bit, and it's way easier to bring it back a little bit than to add on.
Hopefully, I could do that. Like,
yeah, no, that was great.
You can't even look at. It's hard for you to look in the eyes. You're smiling.
I'm so surprised by this entire podcast, this entire episode so far. I'm loving all of it.
We're acting, but this is an actor's soiree.
Yeah, but you don't usually do it.
Yeah, well, I know. I was inspired this week because I saw such good acting. That's what I was like. I was in the car. I was doing these lines like. This is what speaks to me. I only saw it once. I was like, so it was like really like had an impact on me. I was like, damn it. They repeat too. I had to close the phone really quickly because it was going to play again.
Did you watch it? I was going to say, did you watch it?
No, I only watched it once. I closed it. I was like, I can't. Like,
oh my God.
The magic was so good. Like, I don't want to cheapen it. And so that was my interpretation of that one time I saw it.
Chip Dipson.
So.
I pay for acting classes. He does not. I'm so happy at everything that just happened.
Okay, well, do you want to go on to our main event? That was just the appetizer.
I mean, I'll try to follow that.
I mean, I'll try to follow that too. I don't, like I said, I think the writing in this next piece is longer and worse.
Yeah, but there is no
I think the writing is sorry.
No banana and tomato in
There's no banana and tomato in the next segment, unfortunately.
Getting on to the next segment. Well, did you want to talk about? So we can't really talk about the show because neither of us know anything about it.
That's what I like though. Like,
I know,
how would you approach something like this if you were given something that you weren't familiar with at all? I feel like now. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like now you would be you've had 15 years in the craft. You would know to like research a little more maybe.
Yeah. It's funny. I was talking to somebody about this. There's mixed ideas on some people say when they get a project or an audition, they're like, no, just keep it really, really authentic to you and organic, and don't look up anything about the show, which to me is bananas. Because if you're
goes
going
in a
up,
fruit bowl.
it
belongs in a fruit bowl.
Because of the fruit bowl. But if you're going up for a show, if you're getting an audition for a show that's been on 2 or 3 seasons, you want to watch at least a couple episodes of that show because you want to get an idea what the tone is. You want to get an idea of what the show is.
But if it's a show that they haven't made yet, like this, it's theoretically could be season 1, even though it's season 2.
That's a little bit different. I would hope that your agent can get you a little bit of more info of like, hey, is this a drama? That's pretty indicative just by reading it. But like, is it a drama? Is it a comedy? What is the thing? Is it a sci-fi thing? Get like a little bit of plot.
Would you have had that
or
presence of mind and wisdom when you were just starting out to really like try to find out as much as possible?
When I was just starting out, I was probably just happy to have a fucking audition. And I've been like, I'm going to show you how I can memorize these lines. No, you do always want to know a little bit. More so if you can get any character info. That's really because that's what that's who you're auditioning for, is to be that person. So
I imagine you've glanced at this and have some idea
I
about
have
where
not
you are.
Even read the entire thing.
Well, I'll tell you the basics. You are a
but I think
Grace.
I am Grace. My
you
name
are
is Grace.
a officer of the law. There's a cat over there.
There's a cat in the bag.
The Grace, I don't believe, owns a cat or has a cat in the show.
If she's an officer of the law, it's probably the only animal she could have.
Apparently, aliens have invaded.
Great.
And are taking people away.
Great. I have a list of people.
But the way they're responding to it is strange and like.
Okay.
They seem kind of nonchalant about it. I don't know why. Like,
you're Travante.
And you're
an inmate?
I'm an inmate. I probably did something kind of bad or I'm falsely
Hopefully
accused.
you're not in there just for stealing some Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, I feel like it's Laffy Taffy though. Like some level, I was probably drunk. That's what I think it is. I was probably drunk, thrown in the slammer.
Drinking
Maybe I caused a bar fight, something like that.
Drink.
But I'm playing a 3-tour war veteran from
you definitely started
Afghanistan and Iraq.
3-tour war veteran in jail.
So
you did something a little bit worse than stealing Laffy Taffy.
I imagine maybe that was one of the things. Like I decided to sign up for the army because I'm a serial criminal. And that was a way to escape.
3 times.
Well, I'm in the slammer again. Maybe this is the 4th time I might go after this.
Okay.
So you're coming to check on me as far as I know, and I want my notebook from you.
Yep. Your personal possessions that were taken
and
from you.
And that's kind of all I know.
Okay.
So that's.
Well, that's actually kind of cool though, because we can talk. I mean, you have a note here, like kind of like the new talking points that we have about getting into character. This is kind of fun because we don't have much information.
Yeah.
So.
All I have is that I'm in prison and that you kind of have time for me. You're more concerned about other stuff.
With the alien invasion.
With the aliens and all, you know.
Sure.
And I want a notebook from you. It's like I want something from you, and
Seems
you kind of don't have time of day for me.
Okay.
Is sort of how I feel. And maybe I pissed you off last night because I was drunk. I don't even remember. Maybe I slapped you across the face or something.
And I'm curious to find out why I'm coming to see you.
Well, this is. Yeah.
Like, are you in a cell? Like, and these are rhetorical questions. You don't have to answer. And I'm getting up because I know my phone's gonna ring, and I'm gonna turn it off real quick. And we can keep going. Am I visiting you because you have something some information that I need?
It's left vague. It seems almost like we could know each other or have met before. Like there's some like weird tension between us. And I'm not really sure where to put my finger on it.
That's okay. So when you have the questions here, like who are the characters you're in? We've discussed that. What are their motivations? These are 2 very good things that actors would love to know when they do get an audition.
That's why.
Maybe not necessarily.
This is your book. I took this from.
Yeah, very
she gave me a book. She was like, "These have some good ones." You've done this before, apparently.
Very rarely are you given motivations necessarily. You are given like character synopsis though. Sometimes you're given a relationship. Relationships are very key. If you are in the scene with somebody,
you're a community leader. People are coming to you to help with the aliens.
Man, I would not be wearing this outfit, but let's go.
I mean, if I was some sort of 3-tour Iraq veteran war criminal, I probably wouldn't be wearing this.
You're in jail. You're in a jumpsuit.
Yeah, I'd be wearing a jumpsuit.
I do have that if you want to get into character. I have an orange jumpsuit you can put on real quick.
Okay.
I purchased it for a role. I did not actually have to wear it overnight, just to be clear.
I just, let's keep this moving. I got a thing after this.
Cool. Okay. He's got to go do jujitsu.
Yeah, I gotta go lie to someone that I'm tired.
Okay. Okay.
Ready?
So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do my first take as, man. I'm gonna do my first take. We're gonna switch this up. I'm gonna do the first take now. But here's gonna be the switch. I'm gonna do the first take. I literally just received this today, and all the experience that I have all the information I have now.
Yeah, I mean, look, you have as much as me, basically.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe a little less because I've had time to read the whole thing.
The difference is gonna be we're gonna read this once. I haven't even read the whole scene, so I don't know half of this, and then we'll read it again.
Let me shake your hand. You're doing this one, the hard one first. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, about damn time. I had too much of the whiskey. You gotta keep that away from me. The tomato made me have some whiskey.
Yeah. You gotta accept adrenaline. It's adrenaline.
Okay. Hey, about damn time. Y'all have no on-duty officer here? What's that about? I've been here all night.
Oh, apologies. We're a little short-staffed on account of it being an alien invasion and all. Transport will be here in a couple of hours. Just sit tight until then.
You got nothing to hold me on. Check your log. Go ahead, check it.
You're talking to the wrong person. I just answer phones.
Okay. Look, please. I had a notebook when I came in. I need to know where it is. I need to know if it's safe, it's valuable.
I assure you, your belongings are safe and you will be returned to you when the van gets here. I'll try to grab you breakfast in a bit. I've got work.
What, like tracking down all those missing people? There's got to be 30 some posters up there on that wall. Looks to me like you could use all the help you could get. So, how about you let me out of this cell and let me show you what I've got in that notebook before you run out of citizens to go missing or walls to put them on?
Oh, because you're going to help me find these people?
You give me my notebook and I'll help you. Yeah. You lost someone. You've got that look. Which one of them is yours? Which one? I can help you find them.
It's not funny.
I'm not trying to be funny.
I get the saver complex. Hell, I wish some random guy in jail cell had the answer, but I'm afraid, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Cole. Trevante Cole. Navy SEAL. 2 tours Afghanistan, 1 to Iraq.
Of course you are. Let me show you something. This guy's my favorite. He hiked all the way from Alaska because he heard we have an alien fighting brigade and wanted to join. This woman saw little green men in a dream and wanted to make sure we had a sketch. This lady talks to recently abducted. Can you do that? Do you think it's fun living on ground zero? You know what they all had in common? All these people, they all came looking for an answer, a reason, some bigger picture, but they didn't give a goddamn about this town. Jacqueline ran a pet grooming business in town for 20 years. Nels has 3 sons, 7 grandkids, and his wife still calls every morning to see if there's news. That's Adeline Grady. We went to school together. She was a deputy here. That's who I've lost. Everyone on this wall, all those people out there trying to live their lives, that's who I'm trying to keep safe. So you and your magic notebook can just sit tight for a few hours while I get back to work, and I'll see then if you can get on transport with coffee and a muffin, depending on if you hush up.
Well, all right then. Scene. What'd you think? What'd you think of the piece?
No, you're not wrong about the writing.
My favorite was when your line when you go, don't you know there's an alien invasion going on? Like,
fun fact, even about listen, writers, I give them respect all day. Sometimes it's better.
What are you
sometimes
doing giving them respect,
great.
man? That's all. It goes right to their head. You know how full of themselves writers are.
I'm still trying to get booked
You
for work.
can't.
You guys are all great. But what you guys don't see is, or like what we don't say is some of the direction. And do the direction, the little notes on some of this is just oof.
Yeah, you
Oof.
look. I can tell you look like you've lost someone. I feel like I've heard that in like so many shows.
Yeah.
You look like you've lost someone.
You get back here.
I've never been able to.
Somebody.
Maybe I've been bad at reading people. Like I don't just like see someone on the street and like they look like they've lost someone.
Well, I also love that she's supposed to be this hard ass person. This guy's just like, you look like you've lost somebody, and then they're all of a sudden just like, she looks haunted. She would not give that away. She'd be like, fuck you, go away.
I love the me leading with like 2 tours of Afghanistan, 1 to Iraq.
I did like they gave her the line like, yeah, okay, sure you have. Of course
Yeah,
you have. Great.
I'm a tough guy.
Whatever.
I felt any notes for yourself or myself?
I mean, it's a very cold read. I do love a cold read.
It was cold, very cold for both of us.
Very, very cold. It took a little bit because I literally was learning, which is another trick about doing cold reads. I'm learning the character while I'm
reading. As you're reading, yeah.
So you're like, oh, I should kind of feel this way, or I have feelings about this, and whatever. So
you're delivering one way, and you read a line, you're like, that should have been something else. That should have been like more serious or something. Like,
but if the show's called Grace, my character's called Grace, it means I'm the lead character, which means she's got a lot to her already. That's literally the only indication I have to go off right now. So
I thought you did great.
I tried to do a little heavy. Notes for yourself.
Similar to what you're saying. I felt like, I've read this once or twice more than you, basically, because I had to type it up.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? I forgot some of the stuff. of the lines.
Okay.
You
had a couple little chunks there.
I did in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like I was too jovial and too goofy.
I was gonna say if you've done 2 tours in Iraq or Afghanistan, and pardon me, I don't remember which one he said, but if you've done 2 tours and you're stuck and you're a Navy SEAL,
I said it like a punchline.
Navy SEAL that has done 2 tours and you're stuck in a jail cell and there's an alien invasion.
I know.
You are not like, hey lady, you look like you got some trauma. You'd be like, bitch.
That's why I was worried. It's like, oh,
you're doing.
I should have talked you out of doing it. Like we're doing it now first, because now we've got to go back.
Let's be friends.
Yeah, it's like I wanted to have the warm up of the fake one.
Like no emotion other than I need you to do this.
But now I can't do it the way I want to do it because I've got to do it the way that we were 10 years ago.
No, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna do differently. I'm not doing 10 years ago. I did it like if I got this as a cold read today.
Okay.
Now I've read it once and I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, fine. Okay, you make the rules, man. This is a.
But that's still 2 different ways. That's 2 very different ways. I can't force you to do anything.
Yeah, that is 2 different ways. That's 2 different ways. I will say you're technically, and I'm no lawyer. You're technically going against the spirit of the show. And I will make a mark on this, for my own personal records, just to know what I'm dealing with and who my coworkers are.
We can do it 10 years ago.
No. I want to do it like a second read. I'm fine to do it just again, because it's such a cold read. I'm really down. I'm just fucking with you. Just like I'm fucking with you that I only watch movies once.
Were you fucking with me?
Yeah, I was fucking with you the whole time. I didn't think you'd believe me.
I debated not being friends with you anymore.
I mean, I did say I even started to convince myself with some of the stuff. I was like, maybe I shouldn't start only watching movies once. It's a good idea. Because I do see movies. I was saying I see movies more than once, but I don't necessarily want to. That is true. That's true. At times, not always true.
I don't know if you're fucking with me again or not. And I still have so many follow-up questions.
It's called acting. I'm sparring.
All right.
You ready? Let's do it.
I'm breaking some rules.
Okay.
It's so. I mean, why is she even in? Whatever.
Why is she even? She's putting pictures up.
Yeah, but why is she putting pictures in his jail cell? Why would you put it? Is his jail cell outside?
I don't know, man. This is what you got to work with. Look, if you got booked as Grace, you'd be like, fucking amazing.
That or the only way. The only way. I mean,
real.
Listen, but the only way this works is This is like a small town, like a Western jail cell, where the jail cell is the same room as the office.
That's what I'm thinking too. That's kind of how it's like. They're isolated in some rural American town.
Okay.
And
you just
aliens have come and
I
guess they either aren't affecting the rest of the country and just abducting people from this town and no one else believes them and they think there's a serial something like that. It feels very isolated. Putting missing pictures up on a wall, if it's a national wide thing,
this is why it's not really even though it's not 10-year difference that I use, 10 or 15-year difference, there's still we read it once and now it's all right, now I have questions and we have to
that's why I like this. I was like, what the fuck is happening in this show?
So you're we're in the same area.
Yeah.
You're just in a jail cell and my office is apparently
I think it's it's a small town thing, like you're saying, where it's it's in the same room. It's there's the bars on one side and a desk on the other.
Yeah.
And you put the things on the wall by the desk.
I gotta take this off because I would not be wearing
this is it's making us frustrated, raising our blood pressure. This the writing.
And I wouldn't be wearing a frilly blouse as come on.
I'm ready though. I feel like
you can wear the
I've honed my character down.
All right.
I'm some plucky.
You are not
asshole.
Plucky. You're a Navy SEAL. You are not
plucky Navy SEAL. I got stars in my eyes.
You are not getting this role.
Damn it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Hey, about damn time. Y'all have no on-duty officer here? What's that about? I've been here all night.
Oh, apologies. We're a little short-staffed on account of it being an alien invasion and all. Transport will be here in a couple hours. Just sit tight until then.
You've got nothing to hold me on. Check your log. Go ahead, check it.
You are talking to the wrong person. I just answer phones.
Okay, look, please. I had a notebook when I came in. I need to know where it is. I need to know if it's safe. It's valuable.
I assure you your belongings are safe and will be returned to you when the van gets here. I'll try to grab you breakfast in a bit. I've just got work.
What, like tracking down all these missing people? There's got to be some 30-odd posters up there on that wall. Looks to me like you could use all the help you could get. So how about you let me out of the cell and let me show you what I got in that notebook before you run out of citizens to go missing or walls to put them on.
Because you're going to help me find them.
You get me my notebook and I'll help you. Yeah. You lost someone. You've got that look. Which one of them is yours? Which one? I can help you find them.
It's not funny.
I'm not trying to be funny.
I get the savior complex. Hell, I wish some random guy in a jail cell had the answer, but I'm afraid, I'm sorry, what is your name?
Cole. Trevante Cole. Navy SEAL. 2 tours of Afghanistan. 1 tour Iraq.
Of course you are. Let me show you something. This guy's my favorite. He hiked all the way from Alaska because he heard that we had an alien fighting brigade and he wanted to join. This woman saw a little green man in a dress and wanted to make sure that we had a sketch. This lady talks to recently abducted. Can you do that? Do you think it's fun living at Ground Zero? You know what all of them had in common, all these people? They all came looking for an answer, a reason, some bigger picture, but they didn't give a damn about this town. Jacqueline ran the pet grooming business in town for 20 years. Nels has 3 sons, 7 grandkids, and his wife still calls every morning to see if there's news. Okay, that is Adeline Grady. We went to school together. She was a deputy here. That's who I've lost. Everyone on this wall. That's who I'm trying to keep safe. So you and your magic notebook can just sit tight for a few hours while I get back to work, and I'll see that you get that transpo with a cup of coffee and a muffin if you shut up.
Let's see. Nice, man. I think that was great. Just like the last one. I think that
was good. That was much better.
That was much better.
You were a little bit more Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I was more Navy SEAL? Got my Navy SEAL voice.
You're a little bit more Navy SEAL. I had a little bit more history with where the fuck I was.
I thought you were more, serious, commanding, like a little more kind of fed up.
Yeah, I didn't have time for your bullshit. Thank you.
I
did also realize in reading that we do live on Ground Zero. Didn't realize that until the second read.
Ground Zero, like you think 9/11 Ground Zero?
No, like we're okay. We don't live in here. No, we're Ground Zero of where the alien abduction is. Because she's like, how do you think it is living on Ground Zero?
I guess.
So,
I'm still confused with the conceit of the show a little.
All the time.
That's what's like. It's here, but there's a police station.
Yeah. So,
like,
didn't catch that the first time I read second read through. I'm like, oh, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot more than we know.
I have not slept in weeks.
So I thought you did a good job of like. It was almost. I feel like that scene. I don't know why it took me so. I'm a slow individual sometimes, but it took me a while to realize that it's like a clash of personalities, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
And that you don't have time for me. You don't want. There to be like, oh, I can handle this. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely fall in
and you're
love
like,
at some point.
Maybe, or I was thinking maybe I could be a side character where like, I'm almost like a punchline where like, I can help you. I'm a tough Navy SEAL, and then like maybe something comes to the wall and I go,
you're
like run away the next
relief,
scene. Yeah,
like, kind of like, but like you're the relief.
Also a way to show that you're actually tough because you have this like in charge toughness that you know how to handle the aliens basically.
Like I was being facetious. So I was like, I just answer phones. That was just my way of telling you, please leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. And like,
Or maybe not. Maybe I do just answer phones, and this is my this is why
And
this is my show.
stepped up.
I come up.
You
Yeah.
started answering phones, but you've stepped up.
But
The
this
sheriff died, got abducted. Or
yeah,
whatever,
these are great ways to kind of circle back onto getting into character. There's many ways that you can create your character without having very little.
Yeah.
And that's why so many casting directors watch so many different takes, because I maybe created Grace this way. You would have created Trevante one way. Another person may have they will create Grace a different way. It's cool.
I think,
that was fun.
We grew a lot from the first one.
100%.
Which was very nice.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, that was a good soiree, man.
That was fun to do. I usually do, like I said earlier, 10 or 15 years in between. I go to Baby Shelly with little experience to now, but it was fun to do a just now. It's all right,
I like this
big shit. You got to do, this is what you get. This is what you got to do real quick.
I like that we focused, on developing it. I'm almost ashamed that we liked it so much, because we might want to do that again. Not do the 10-year thing. But I'm fine. I think it's fun to mix it up.
It is
just
fun
doing
it
it two ways, not necessarily always the same two ways.
Well, and in this industry, you never get the same shit all the time.
Yeah.
You're going, especially if you're trying to be a working actor, you're going for anything that you can get. And it's all different all the time. Yeah. Some days I'm doing auditions as a Hallmark lady who's very nice and doesn't say fuck near as often as I say it on a regular basis. And sometimes you are going out for badass Grace or something,
Tomato or banana.
Man, if you guys haven't watched this because you stopped right after Banana and Tomato, I don't blame you.
You would start
amazing.
watching a Banana and Tomato.
What you do is you just replay Banana and Tomato.
Look, as long as it gets us views, I don't care.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Do you have anything you're working on right now?
Still, I got the new project that's almost
secret project. Keep your ear to the ground, to the floor, to the cyberweb,
I won't
whatever
talk
it is.
about it until we actually start shooting it. But we're just a couple weeks away from actually shooting it. I had a headshot session yesterday, which went swimmingly, and any actor that's watching this knows how.
We'll have a headshot here. We'll have I'll insert the headshot.
I haven't even.
By the time I edit this.
Maybe
it will be.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, you'll have the headshot.
I'll plug the photographer that I use. But other than that, it's been pretty quiet for myself and for a lot of other actors as well.
It's the beginning of the year. I feel like.
Usually January and February notoriously are quiet in this industry. And them's the breaks.
People. The whole industry is people trying, big companies trying to. Find ways to avoid taxes. So the beginning of the year, you're trying to figure out how much money you need to get rid of by the end of the year.
Well, the other thing too is we just had the Academy Awards were just everybody's ramped up and they want to get all the stuff out so that the Academy Awards happen. Until the Academy Awards happen, those have happened, and now people are just yeah. And then it'll start again. Well,
and then we'll be in the Academy Awards. Do you think that we could
someday?
Is there a podcast category?
I don't think. No. Well. Not Academy Award. I think there's an Emmy.
There's a podcast Emmy?
There is an award. There is an accolade. I don't think it's an Academy Award, but there is an accolade for one of the bigger ones that is for podcasting now. I could be wrong. It could be Academy Awards. I'll look at it. But there's a higher accolade now for podcasting.
That is amazing.
Amy Poehler won it, so I don't think we're quite there yet.
So it's all sold out, is what you're telling me. We have no chance because we don't have the money to buy people off.
I didn't say that, but it's a popularity contest in and of itself. I did. Well,
that's a whole subject for a whole other episode.
A whole other bottle.
That's the topic.
Guys, thanks for coming
and
watching us again next week.
Do you want to shout anyone out?
When you know what, I'll shout out. So when we put because the edit will be done by then, we'll do the headshot. I shot with Paul Smith, who was literally the best headshot session I've had, and I have done many with a lot of people and a lot of big names, and some very smaller names and all different cities. And this was by far my favorite headshot session I've ever done.
Love you.
Paul Smith was. And Adriana was my makeup artist that came with him in his studio. Adriana? And the whole thing was just.
I also have feelings for you.
Sorry,
I,
Adriana.
they're great.
It was a great time. It was. I had a.
I have feelings for both these people.
It was a great day. So those are my shout outs.
And we're gonna put their pictures up here, their information,
We'll put their
home address.
Instagrams. No, we're not doing home addresses.
Well, who's editing here?
I didn't do it.
How much power do you really have?
None, apparently.
And you want to see anything next week? Anything you want to request?
We should do the quiet. We should talk about quiet, but I don't think we can find quiet in a week.
No, that's gonna take some time.
That's gonna take some time.
Find a good.
I don't have any requests.
Like genre wise.
Well, we just this was.
I kind of like these.
These are what we call a
television
procedurals.
Yeah, these are
procedurals are fun.
I have trouble with R's, so I don't like. I prefer if we use a different word.
This is a prime time show.
Okay, there we go. There's another R in that one, but I guess
it's easier.
It's easier.
This is a very prime time show. These are fun. Those are some of my most guilty pleasures are prime time shows.
I think they're fun to do too. They're a little over the top.
Maybe I'll share some insider knowledge and give you some of my guilty pleasures that I don't necessarily feel comfortable sharing yet.
I'm
and
gonna.
We can look that up, and that can be how I tell everybody what some of my guilty pleasures are.
I would
prime time.
totally do a guilty pleasure show.
Beautiful.
Are you kidding? It
Love
sounds like it'll be fun.
Yep.
And I'm probably gonna make you do I'm bringing another vertical next week if I can find one that catches my eye.
So excited.
Yeah. You what? Don't you act like that? You
What
love
kind
the
of
one I
vertical
did.
is it?
You
The
love
banana-
the one I
that's
just did.
not a vertical. The banana into the tomato. That was just.
That was not a
was
vertical?
That was a parody of an AI video.
It was vertical when I saw it. Like, what is the difference?
There's a whole difference.
Okay, well, we'll save that for next episode because I feel like I gotta do this.
No,
right
I will
now.
tell you what a vertical is. That was not a vertical.
Well, I'm gonna finish this. Cheers! Thank you for coming to the soiree.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
I don't know anything about acting, man. Mm-mm-mm.